Hey guys, Cartoon Retro Boy here, and are you ready, kids? Aye, Captain. I can hear you. Aye, Captain. Oh, little pineapple. It has his own movie, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Who has his own video game and who has his own toys? SpongeBob movie. SpongeBob movie. Who doesn't game last? SpongeBob the movie game. 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 Ha 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 ha. Do do do. Yeah, that's right. I'm reviewing the SpongeBob movie game. Now, this game is about where SpongeBob, where Plankton, where it takes the events in the movie. After uh being non-manager of the Krusty Krabs, Patrick and SpongeBob drain their sorrows by getting a ton of ice cream. Plankton gets the Neptune's crown to because does Plan Z where he steals the Neptune's crown and frames Mr. Krabs for selling it to the Big Land Shell City. SpongeBob and Patrick has to go on a manly adventure and return the crown to King Neptune. The game has the same plot too as well. But you're probably wondering what's the gameplay. The gameplay of this game is a point A to point B platformer. It is a linear point A to point B platformer. There are some other SpongeBob games that does this too, like the recent Cosmic Shake game, Future vs. Crab, and Truth or Square as well. But mostly, let's talk about the SpongeBob movie game. So this game is basically the game has something similar to BFB. It's a more linear BFBB. There is some things that were about in Battle for King Bud that was up gear, but first, like Sandy's not playable characters this time, which I wish they could have had Mindy as a playable character. Honestly, just saying. Um, the enemies are pretty similar to the robots in BFBB, but they're not robots. They're just real enemies. Actually, they're real guy enemies, or human enemies. What about the combat? Yeah, the combat is more difficult than BFBB. Number one is that the difficulty of the combat was pretty bigger than BFBB. Sure, this was a problem with BFBB, but I don't think it was that bad of the combat. Next up is the levels. The levels are no cheese. I'm ready depression. Sandwich driving 101. Yeah, 101. 3,000 miles to Shell City. Rub, dub, slide in the tub. Bubble bowling baby hunt. No Wheaties parking any time. Rock slide. Now we're in bed. Shell City dead ahead. Name's Dennis. Sunday ride. Which I mean ice cream, not the googly eyes and smelling knickknacks. Welcome to Play Topless and the drive of the Knucklehead Expandatron. Mixantron. The bosses are I'll let you pet Mr. Whiskers. Name's Dennis. Dennis strikes back, and the tables on Plankton. The playable characters are SpongeBob and Patrick, but you might ask where's Sandy? Sandy's not a playable character in this game, unfortunately. But Patrick does have the moveset is basically SpongeBob's moveset is upgraded from Battle for Key Bottom. He has more All his moves from Battle for King Bottom was not used here, but except it was upgraded to different versions of it. Patrick as well, but he has also a swing. I do wish they could have had Minnie as a playable character. Then they would have had. Anyways, I don't actually. I don't hate. This game does have some. Then also you're probably also wondering. So yeah. Um. Oh yeah. I've been hanging out for a few minutes, but anyways, the music in the movie game is hot fire. But I think my favorite track in this game is the rock slide and the final boss music. And also, I also liked it. Also the. I also like the Shell City Dead Ahead music. This game is really excellent. It's a really good movie game, and no one can tell me this game is not that bad. I can actually say this game is really good with the music. Now, let me talk about the flaws. Now, if you want to know the flaws of the game, there some of this everything else is kind of the same, similar to Battle for King Bottom, but except with differences. So I'm not gonna really explain that much. But the flaws of the game is basically the same as Friend Down 07. If you never watched his review on it, here's some clips of his video, of some of his video. Here's some clip.
Alright, boys and girls, time for some fair, constructive criticism. I'll give it to y'all straight. The main story contains screenshots from the movie, along with stock images and renders being commentated over by the French narrator. Viacom wasn't going to let Heavy Iron use footage from the movie, and Nickelodeon didn't give them enough time to recreate everything in 3D. David Hasselhoff's name isn't even allowed to be used in this game.
I didn't ride that for nothing. What's that?
Also, here's an important point of reference for you Nintendo users out there. The GameCube port of this game is terrible. Basically, all the paddy wagon levels along with Bubble Boy and Baby Hunt and the last sliding level run in 30 FPS on GameCube. The game was made to run in 60 FPS, so this basically makes all those levels play horribly, and it makes the game inconsistent. No, it doesn't end at the frame rate. Believe me, I am not petty. Some attention to detail had to be removed too. If you look at the citizens in the first level standing in the background, they aren't animated at all in the GameCube version. The animations were completely removed. They're just standing there completely idle. On the Xbox and PS2 versions, they do sway back and forth, as you can see here. But the main point I'm trying to make here is everything on the GameCube version looks worse because of the compression. It's a real shame because this is a very good looking game for its time, especially on Xbox. Every little detail is worse on GameCube, just every little detail. As much as I like the variety in this game, especially when it's related to the film and they try to be creative, it will turn some people off. You have to backtrack and select challenges to do, or else you won't be able to get enough Goofy Goober tokens from Mindy.
What are you staring at, Patrick? You'll still need more Goofy Goober tokens before you can learn to pick up and throw.
Being forced to go to previous levels can get annoying if you really don't want to do it. The ring challenges piss off a lot of people too. For some people, the moment they start having fun, the game will tell you to fuck off and go back. The game gives you 68 options for Goofy Goober tokens when you only need 50 to get the paddy wagon back. So it's not like you're forced to do every challenge in the game, but the system itself is still flawed and unfair. It's basically punishing you if you don't pay as much attention as they want you to. It's like Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it's way more obnoxious, mostly due to this game having less freedom. Personally, I think the paddy wagon levels are annoying. I often wish I could just skip them. The paddy wagon is very slippery and sluggish, by far the least fun levels in the entire game. I'm not gonna lie, I do wish there were more platforming levels to play, but that would fuck up the game's formula to be like the movie. Well, what can you do? It's a movie game. Another issue would be the voice acting. You can tell from the cutscenes that it's rushed. Yes, the game is very old, so I'll cut it some slack, but the pacing and I'll let you pet Mr. Whiskers is too fast. You can really notice it when you pay attention. It doesn't have a natural flow because it's missing polish. You also have the fact that some voice actors didn't make it to the game. But the Dennis and King Neptune replacements are very decent. And hey, at least we have Clancy Brown as Mr. Krabs this time. So yeah, as a movie game made in under a year compared to the 2 years Battle for Bikini Bottom had, this game has its quirks. Obviously, there are going to be some issues. Regardless of how much I enjoy this game, I acknowledge them. Most of the issues in this game are pretty small though, like how ledge grabbing doesn't work sometimes with floating block challenges, how SpongeBob's sneaking mechanic is cosmetic and has no use at all, how warping the challenges takes you to the shelves instead of the panel, or how sometimes you have to wait for platforms.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Nitpicking, guys. Little issues. I'm not going to be Petty Roosevelt about it. This is a fun game, but don't pretend it's a top of the line masterpiece. That's all I'm saying.
I'm so excited because today.
Well, maybe we shouldn't have stopped at that roadside Buddha.
See what I mean when I said that Fernando 7 had some really good points when he was reviewing the game? Because I actually, after when he reviewed the game, I actually played it myself and I actually enjoyed it, the game. But you're probably also wondering, is this game, do I recommend this game, or is this game worth it? Well, to a SpongeBob fan, yes, the SpongeBob movie game is a good successor to the BFBB game. Sorry, yeah, I would recommend the SpongeBob movie game because this game is really good as Battlefield Bottom. I don't disagree with or anything. This game is a top of the line masterpiece. It's not like a top of the line masterpiece, but this is very close to being a really good SpongeBob game. I give this game. I give the Xbox. I give the whole overall for which is the best version of this game? The Xbox version. I have the Xbox version. The GameCube you should play last, and the PS2 version you should play second. But I would probably give the Xbox One version, the Xbox version, a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. The PS2 version is 7 out of 10, and the GameCube is a 4 out of 10, just like right for 907. But overall, this game would probably get a 9 out of 10. Wow, this is really good as BFBB. This was a really good game with really good art style, and it feels like a good successor to Battlefield Bottom. All right, that's how I describe the game. Oh yeah, I forgot the ending. The ending is where Plankton, when you defeat King Neptune as the final boss, Plankton tells him to kill him, and he calls him an idiot, and pretty much Plankton gets thrown in jail. And SpongeBob and King Neptune talks about that, whole scene from the movie. Does that the ending is pretty much similar to the movie. At the end, SpongeBob even gets his manager thing, and the game ends like that. Yeah. Anyways, overall, this game is a really good successor to Battlefield Key Bottom. I'd probably give this game a 9 out of 10. Wow, a really good SpongeBob movie game. Better than Hero Pants, honestly. Alright, see you next time when I review SpongeBob's Lights Camera Pants. But this game is really good. I also recommend this game. Really good game, and I like it. So, yeah. That's it for the video. See you guys on the next video. You're probably wondering when this video will end. It will end at when it hits 15 minutes. So, yeah. Burp.